Hello friends, welcome to my channel Everyday Insight. Video start करने से पहले I humbly request you to please subscribe to my channel by pressing the bell icon. In this channel I will be sharing videos related to Canada's PR Express entry draws. You will also get IELTS information and tips. What are the best courses for you in New Zealand for PR or study? Current updates for New Zealand and Canada, and many more relating to tips on how to improve your score in all the 4 modules of IELTS. In this video, I am going to describe about pie chart description. That means if in the exam you get in your writing task on a question on pie chart, then how would you answer a question on that pie chart discussion. Now, as you can see, we have the question here in front of us. I have taken one model answer, one question, and I will be explaining how to write an answer for that. Now, please remember, for each type of question, the structure remains the same. How you want to write the answer remains the same, except for each question the answer differs because the content will change according to the question. Now in this question it shows two pie charts. The question is, the two pie charts below show the percentages of industry sectors contribution to the economy of Turkey in 2000 and 2016. Now the first thing to remember is that in pie charts you do not get a period where you can describe from to. You have to make sure that it is giving you, if it is giving you one pie chart, so it's only talking about 1 year. If they are giving you two pie charts, they are talking about 2 years. If they are giving you three pie charts, they're talking about 3 years, and so on. So for in this question, they are only talking about 2 years, that is 2000 and 2016. So what we have to do will be given in the question. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. So where you need to make comparisons, that is an important aspect, because the examiner who reads your answer tends to see, can you summarize all the information and can you make comparisons and can you select and report the main features that you see in the question. Now before we begin on how to answering the question, the first thing we are going to do first thing you also are going to do before starting to write your answer is try to pick out major trends, major features, major changes in your pie charts, in your question, in the image given. So as we can see, these two pie charts are talking about the industry sectors contribution. There are 8 industry sectors: agriculture, construction, manufacturing, trade, utilities and transportation, healthcare and education, finance, business and other sectors, leisure and hospitality, and government sector. Now these both sectors, these all sectors, 8 sectors, are in both the years. So we need to make sure that we need to show the changes, we need to show the trends, we need to show comparisons between these sectors. So let's pick out information that we can pick out in the trends, in the form of trends. As we can see, agriculture sector was 24% in 2000 and in 2016. That means in a 16-year period it was 14%. That means it declined 10%. Now you can use many many sentences to describe that. However, there will be some questions where you will be given approximate values. That means you'll be given a pie chart or a line graph where they will just give you a line or a bar describing this is how much it is reaching. When you get questions like that, you have to use approximation words like approximate, almost, nearly, around, less than, more than. So you need to use those words. However, in a pie chart, in a question where they have given you exact values as they've given for this, that means for agriculture they've given you exact 24%. So there are two ways you can mention that. Either you can clearly say that it is exactly 24%, or you can also say it is almost a quarter. So that means when you get exact values in questions, that means your writing content increases. That means the vocabulary that you will use also increases. So what we need to do is, before even you will start writing your answer, take 5 minutes and pan out your answer. That means plan what you want to write. Now let's pick out the features. We can see in 2000 the highest contribution was by agriculture at 24% and the lowest contribution was by 3%. In 2016, the highest contribution was by healthcare and education, and the lowest we can see was by finance, business and others at 8%. So the best thing to do is picking out information. So always choose the simplest, easiest form of information. Do not make your answer complex. If you're going to make it complex, the examiner will be also feeling complicated. The examiner will also feel complicated that what have you written, and it will all be so confusing. So stick to the simplest form, but use more vocabulary describing values, describing, using linkers. So we picked out the highest and lowest from both the years. Agriculture has gone down 10%, construction has gone up 7%, manufacturing has also gone up 4%, trade, utility and transportation has also gone up 2%. Healthcare and education has remained the same. That means it has remained constant in a 16-year period. So that is one of the features. Pick out highest, lowest, constant values. So you can use that. Finance, business and others has grown 3%. Leisure and hospitality and government both have reduced by 3%. So you also have to pick out that when you're going to define these values, you need to make sure which sentences you can join together and which you will not join together. So this comes to the point where you need to make sure that you're writing within the word limit. That means with minimum at least 150, but try avoiding writing more than 200 because you may lose marks. You're not writing an essay, you're just describing an image. So you need to make sure that it is within that word limit. So now we've got a few features that we can write. This will be your planning stage, and next we will move to how to write the answer. Next comes the structure. That means how we will plan out our answer, what content that we have already chosen in our planning stage, how to write. Now this structure is very important because if you do not write according to the structure, now every faculty, every organization, any teacher that you see will have their own structures. But there is a few set of content, there is a set of structure that is predefined in English. That means this is what they usually, the examiner expects. So according to me, the structure begins with your introduction. So that means you will not just write one paragraph, you will be writing multiple paragraphs. This is called cohesion and coercion. That means properly structure your answers. Okay. In my previous videos, I have also gone through this 4 criteria for writing. Those 4 criteria are both for task 1 and task 2. So your coercion and cohesion is where you will write according to the structure. Your first paragraph in your writing for task 1 pie chart will be paraphrasing the question or the statement. Now paraphrasing the question or the statement was where they were talking about the 2 pie charts below show the percentages of industry sectors contribution to the economy of Turkey in 2000 and 2016. So you need to make sure you are paraphrasing that line. Paraphrasing means writing in your own words, just not copy pasting, same meaning of that line in your own words. So we can write, let's say, the 2 pie charts illustrate how different industry sectors contributed to the economy of Turkey percentage wise in the years 2000 and 2016. So you can make it up. You can say the 2 pie charts depict how different industry sectors contribution has been towards the economy of Turkey in percentage wise in both years 2000 and 2016. So you can use many different words to describe one sentence. This is called paraphrasing. If your question if the question or the statement in your question is just 1 or 2 lines long, make sure your introduction is also that much long. Do not make your introduction on and on and on about anything and everything. It should be to the point, just paraphrasing the question or the statement given in your question. Next is our overview. In your overview, you will be describing major trends or changes about 2 to 4 key features. Please remember not to mention any years, amounts, numbers, figures, etc. in your overall. So anything that you define should be in your English words. So if you want to mention 8 in contributing sectors, so write 8 as EIGHT. Do not write 8 as a figure in your answer. Okay. So what were the trends that we picked out? We picked out the highest, lowest in the year 2000. We picked out the highest and lowest in the year 2016. We also saw that healthcare and education was constant. So use those features and write about that. Always remember, begin your overview with an overall, comma, keyword. If you do not use the word overall, you will lose marks. I strongly recommend that you use the word overall. However, there are many ways to write your overview. You can write your overview as the last paragraph in your answer, or you can write it as the second paragraph in your answer. However, I normally suggest that you should write it as a second paragraph, since before you begin with your body paragraph. So we can begin our overview by saying overall, comma. Now comma means you have to actually write your comma. We can say it by overall. At the beginning of the period, construction contributed the least to the economy of Turkey, and agriculture was the most significant economic sector. So we mentioned both the highest and the lowest in the beginning of the period, that is the year 2000. After that, we can write in comparison using a linker, where we're making a comparison between the both 2000 and the year 2016. In comparison, at the end of the period, that is the year 2016, at the end of the period, healthcare and education became the largest economic segment, and the lowest contribution was made by financial, business and other services. So this is our end of the overview. Next, we need to make sure that we need to write our body paragraphs. Now, there are many ways to write your body paragraphs. You can describe in your body paragraph, you will describe in detail by grouping appropriate data or keys by dividing into different paragraphs from 1, 2 or 3 paragraphs. So what you've got, one introduction, you've got the second as overview, and then if you want, you can have just one body paragraph describing all the information, the changes, the trends that have happened in both the years for the pie charts. Or you can properly plan or group your data and divide it into 2 body paragraphs, so that you can define to the examiner that you know that your each body paragraph is talking about separate things. Make sure that your cohesion and cohesion is perfect. That means structuring is perfect. You can write 1, 2 or 3 body paragraphs. However, I would suggest please write 2 body paragraphs. Do not write 1. That way you will be writing about everything in 1 paragraph, so there is no proper division. Do not write it in 3. It will be too many paragraphs, because you've already got your introduction and your overview. So 2 is the most common or basic that even looks good in presentation wise in your answer, and the examiner will also think that you know how to properly divide your body paragraphs. Now, when it comes to body paragraph, you need to properly plan or group your data. According to the question has 2 years, so we can either group it according to the year. That means in one body paragraph, we can talk about the year 2000, but we will need to talk about all the 8 industry sectors. So it will have all the 8 industry sectors in body paragraph 1. Body paragraph 2 can be talking about 2016, but again, it will have all the 8 industry sectors. That means I will have to keep on repeating in my second paragraph about agriculture, construction, trade, utilities and so on, all the 8 sectors. So that will be a repetition, so avoid repetition. So that way we can repeat our many words. So best option would be to choose another way where we can group our information. Now, the other way is, because we have 8 industry sectors, we can talk about 4 industry sectors in one paragraph and 4 industry sectors, remaining 4 industry sectors in the second body paragraph. The only thing that will be repeating will be the years 2000 and 2016 throughout both the answers, both the paragraphs. So that is not much of a repetition. But when it comes to writing about agriculture, construction, manufacturing, it will keep on be repeating and we will lose a lot of marks because we have repeated. Now, we can either specifically choose that the highest and lowest in your body paragraph, the highest and lowest in contributing factors, or we can talk about just any 4 random any random industry sectors that are contributing to the economy of Turkey. So what I have done is I will be writing about construction, trade, utilities and transportation, and I will be talking about manufacturing and finance in one paragraph, and in my second I will be talking about agriculture, government and leisure and hospitality, and the last healthcare and education in my second body paragraph. Again, you can specify your information by saying exact values or approximation values. Now remember, your answers for all of them will, with each person who is writing your answers, your content will change, your wordings will change, but please remember, you need to make sure you are writing proper answers including 4 sectors in one and 4 sectors in the other. Do not repeat the sector that you have already given in body paragraph 1 in your body paragraph 2, or any sector that you will be defining in body paragraph 2, write about it in body paragraph 1. That will be repetition and you will lose marks. So I would suggest all the best to you for writing your answer. I hope this video has helped you in writing your structure for task 1 for pie charts. Thank you for watching this video. However, if you still have a doubt, please leave a comment in the comment section in this video. I will be really happy to help. So please like, share and subscribe this video so that I can help you with more videos relating to IELTS information. Thank you.